I was out in the nursery over the weekend talking to a lady about, well, these Althea. She was interested in buying some, but then she said something to me. I think I'm going to have to wait to buy them. And I asked her why, and she said, I read that you shouldn't transplant shrubs and trees during summer. Now, I've heard this before, and this is a common misconception. What you're doing when you buy a shrub and take it home is planting it. It's true that you shouldn't transplant shrubs during the heat of summer, but transplanting is actually digging up a shrub that's already in the ground, existing in your landscape, and moving it to a new location. And indeed, that's something you really shouldn't tackle during summer. The stress on it all leafed out into full flush of growth, it's going to really take it hard when you damage that root system, probably will kill it. But when you're buying brand new shrubs and trees, these were dug last year or even the year before, so they've been out of the ground. They were dug when they're dormant, so planting is just fine. And if you think about it, if you couldn't plant during summer, landscapers would be completely out of business. The other big question, of course, these days is critters in the garden. What can I use that's organic to keep the critters away from my flowers and vegetables? Well, the first thing you can use is this is Repelsol. It's a granule that you'll sprinkle around. It's just dried blood, putrescent egg solid. Sounds great, doesn't it? And garlic oil. Animals don't like the smell of that. You won't really notice it, but it tends to repel them out of the way. But if you've got flowering plants that are actually chewing the flowers off, you can get a pepper spray like this. You spray it right on the plants. The little critters will eat that. They don't like the taste of that, and that kills them. And the other big question, of course, right now with all the tomatoes coming into ripening stage is blossom end rot, where the bottom of the tomato gets kind of black and then it turns mushy, okay, and you can't really eat it. That's caused by a deficiency of calcium in the soil. So your immediate relief would be something here called blossom end rot spray called Rot Stop. Provides a little bit of calcium. You spray it right on the plant, and hopefully that will help out. But long term, you need to get more calcium into the soil. So that means this fall or very early next spring, you want to add some bone meal to the soil. That will add calcium to the soil. And of course, garden lime. Keep your pH for your tomatoes right around 6.5 and add a little bit of garden lime if you need to, and that will also provide calcium. Also, don't overwater your tomatoes because that inhibits their ability to take up calcium, and it should correct itself. Even if you've got some blossom end rot now, you take these steps and the fruit that develops for the rest of the season should be just fine. For Hewitt's Garden Centers, this is Peter Bowden.
Well, the tomatoes and plants getting some rain now,
yeah,
some water.
Yeah, we had a lot of dry weather for a while. Now we are getting some showers, and we'll get a few more Saturday.
All right, well, a lot of people happy about that, but we'll enjoy it for now. Thanks, Nick. We'll see you later on. Good afternoon, I'm Doreen Marlin, and this is your CBS6Albany.com afternoon update. The search for a man who ran from police and dove into the Mohawk River may now be over. Crews pulled a body from the water around 10:30 this morning, and they have not confirmed that it's the man they say fled from a traffic stop last night and jumped into the Mohawk River near Glenville. They call it a sophisticated scheme that uses a machine to install electronic barcode data on credit cards. That's what police say this man did before he used a fake credit card to buy electronics at an AT&T store in East Greenbush. Police arrested 30-year-old Rakeem Scarlett of Troy 2 blocks away from the store after an employee told police that the card looked suspicious. A female who is believed to be an accomplice got away, and her whereabouts remain unknown. Scarlett now has a court hearing coming up on Monday. And police in Guilderland make quick work of a bank robbery. 23-year-old Philip Watts of Albany is behind bars. Police say that he passed a note to the teller at the Bank of America on Western Avenue yesterday afternoon, got some money, and then took off. We're told that police have since recovered that stolen money. Those are just some of the stories that we are working on in our newsroom right now. So make sure you check back later on starting at 5 and have any breaking updates also on our website, cbs6albany.com. And then don't forget that Nick has your latest weather forecast. It's right on the homepage. We'll see you later on.